And speaking of environments, we're kind of talking about that, the sharpness of the environments in the restaurants now. You were saying, Pat George, about, do you want to go out to restaurants and stuff like that? I mean, I'm finding more and more, it's hard to go out to a restaurant and have a nice time. It's hard to get good service at restaurants. I don't want to sound like a crotchety old person, but I mean, it's always
you're
a
young
problem.
Guy.
I'm young.
Just listening for the first time, Morgan is a young guy.
I just have reason, I have decently high standards, but I don't think they're that high. I mean, I like, look, if it was my house and I want a drink, I can get up and go to the refrigerator and get another drink, but at a restaurant, I'm not allowed to do that. So unless the person comes back by and says, hey, would you like a refill on your drink or something, I can't. I mean, I have to sit there. And I'll tell you, I've just seen lately, maybe in the last 10 years or so, just a real decline in the quality of service. And Roxanne, you made an interesting point as we were discussing that there's almost this competitive aspect that's developing between the servers and the customers as to see who's better. You don't think you're better than me, do you? No, well, it's just different roles at this point in time.
I like to sit down and I like to be welcomed and feel like that person is friendly and that maybe I would like to, just that's a civil, nice person. Like, hey, how are you doing today? Thank you for coming in. Not just sort of the serious, what can I get you? No smile. I want to smile with my service. I'm sorry.
Well, there you go.
I do.
Well, how do you like it if you ask them, if you're not ready to order? Are you ready? And can you give us just a minute? I mean, you think just a minute? I mean, they'll go away for like 10 or I feel like it's punishment at that point. Oh, you weren't ready to order when I'm ready to take your order. And they go away. I mean, this doesn't happen everywhere, but I mean, I've experienced a number of times lately where they go away for like 15 minutes. They don't come back.
When I go out to eat, I wear an apron. So they know that I'm working next door and I only have an hour. So I get great service. They understand. We can relate.
Now, the flip side is how many of those servers are saying to themselves, oh, my gosh, the level of rudeness of the people I have to deal with nowadays in my restaurant.
Well, and that may be, too. They may be tired. I hear they're tired of everybody being on their phones all the time, but that's certainly not me in a restaurant. I'm not on my phone. That's not why I'm needing a minute to look at the menu. Usually I'm needing a minute to look at the menu is because, when you get there, you generally are having a conversation. And so sometimes it takes a minute. I don't want to necessarily just say, I'm sorry, could you stop talking? I need to look at the menu. So you're having a conversation, and you just haven't gotten around to looking at the menu just yet. But it's not because we're photographing the menu, or it's not because we're scheduling our Instagram shots of the food, the appetizers.
I'm normally checking in on Facebook so someone will join me.
And we do know that servers now, unfortunately, have to be photographers as well.
Lots of picture taken now.
That's what I saw. I mean, I tell you what, that seems to be people's primary activity anymore. And what's your hobby? Taking photographs for social media. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.